Did Jeffrey Dahmer beg for his life before he was killed in prison? Did he ask forgiveness for his crimes? Or did he resign himself to his fate? We have the answer. Known to be the most notorious murderer to come out of the state of Wisconsin, Jeffrey Dahmer was finally apprehended in 1991 and sentenced to 957 years in state prison. The so-called Milwaukee cannibal confessed to taking the lives of 17 young men. Dahmer had a seemingly normal upbringing in the small town of Doylestown, Ohio. Beneath the surface, however, were a number of family issues that bubbled up on and off while Dahmer and his brother were growing up. Soon, Dahmer's teachers began noticing the boy becoming more and more withdrawn. As also told by Netflix's new true crime series Monster, The Jeffrey Dahmer Story, he spent his younger years abusing the corpses of animals he had found dead on the side of the road. In June 1978, Jeffrey Dahmer murdered his first victim, and he took his second in 1987. After that, his crimes escalated. His MO was to lure young men back to his apartment, where he would then drug, sexually assault, and kill them. While almost a decade had passed between his first two murders, Dahmer murdered one man a year from 1987 to 1989, and four more in 1990. The urge was growing well beyond Dahmer's control as 1991 drew on. When the last man he lured into his apartment managed to escape to the police, investigators moved in and were met with one of the most horrific crime scenes in American history. Skulls and severed heads were found in his refrigerator, as well as photographs of numerous victims post-mortem. It only took a few moments for those on the scene to realize that they were about to apprehend a serial killer. Dahmer was put on trial soon after, and the jury rejected his plea of insanity. Instead, they sentenced him to 15 consecutive life terms, with an additional term added later. Dahmer appeared to show remorse in court and profusely apologized to the public and the families of his numerous victims. Dahmer probably knew that he would never have a life outside of prison. After hearing from the family members of Dahmer's victims, Dahmer was allowed to address the court before he was sentenced for his crimes. He did not deny any of the atrocities that he was convicted of committing. Rather, he took responsibility for his actions and insisted that none of his crimes were motivated by hatred. In his statement, he told the court,
"I knew I was sick or evil or both. Now I believe I was sick."
Dahmer stated that he was thankful that he would never be able to harm anyone ever again. In his statement, Dahmer revealed that the reason he wanted to stand for trial was so that there wouldn't be any unanswered questions, and that he hoped that anyone with disorders similar to his would be able to get help.
"And if I could give my life right now to bring their loved ones back, I would do it."
Dahmer also appeared to realize that he was about to be handed the maximum sentence allowable by law. Admitting that he deserved to receive whatever sentence he was about to be handed, Dahmer's last word to the court was, "I am prepared for your sentence, which I know will be the maximum. I ask for no consideration." Dahmer began serving his prison sentence at the Columbia Correctional Institution in Portage, Wisconsin. Here, Dahmer began studying the Bible and declared himself to be a born-again Christian. His stay in prison wasn't a long one, however. While cleaning the prison showers on the morning of November 28, 1994, Jeffrey Dahmer was attacked by fellow inmate Christopher Scarver. Scarver used a metal bar to strike Dahmer over the head, taking the killer off guard. Scarver then began beating Dahmer without restraint. Dahmer was found alive by prison workers who then called for an ambulance. He was unconscious and barely alive and died from his injuries soon after being taken into medical care. When questioned by authorities, Scarver declared that he had been, in his words, the chosen one to carry out Dahmer's death. Scarver also revealed to authorities the chilling details of Dahmer's murder. After striking Dahmer with the metal bar, Scarver reported that Dahmer stated, "I don't care if I live or die, go ahead and kill me."